Welcome back, and this is going to be the second part of our kitchen. We're going to put in our wall cabinets today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now I've put a picture of this on your blackboard for your wall cabinets. Also, this is in your book. Now this is in chapter 12 or lesson 12, and the page I have right now is 12-11. Your books might be a little different on that, so somewhere around that area you'll see the layout of the wall cabinets. Now let's take a peek at some of this. Zoom in here and actually we're going to start by putting in, I like to put in my corner cabinets first. So go to Architecture, come over here to Component, Place Component, and let's go in here and see if we can find it real quick. Right here it is, Upper Cabinet Corner Unit Wall, 12-inch depths, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and just come over here, hit your space bar, and I tend to do that quite often, and then I just take and modify and do an alignment, and then I pull that right where it needs to be. Go ahead, we'll do the same thing again. And I've got the two corners. Now I can simply add in my wall cabinets here, and these are going to be 2-door wall cabinets, and there's a 24-inch one right here. It's fine. Alignment. Okay, and coming this way there's another 24-inch one coming across this way. I'll leave a little bit of a gap. Alignment, catch what you want to move it to. Alright, it's perfect. Now come over here, and it says a 27-inch right here, so let's go in here and see if we can find one. A little bit of a gap there, so I can do my alignment tool. And there's something wrong here. One of these need to go back a little further, or this one right here needs to come up a little bit. You see that? So I hit the center of that, and hit that, lined it right up. Alright, now we need a 24-inch going across this way. So Architecture, Place Component. Alignment. Perfect. Now we do have a 36 inch, and we do have one going across this. We do have one going across the refrigerator. So let's go ahead and put those in. Across the refrigerator is 36 inches, and there's going to be some special things we have to do with these here in just a moment. I'll show you how to do that. And then of course we've got one over here. It's going to be 18 inches. Perfect. Alright. And then we got one right here. Go ahead and drop it in. Now my drawing might be just a little bit off. You guys are probably more accurate. They're saying a 30-inch. I'd say mine would probably be 33. I think my walls are just a little bit off, and that's okay. There's going to be a gap there, but for you guys, you're probably spot on with this. Modify, align, and I'll just go ahead and line those cabinets up together, and you'll see there's a little bit of a gap over here. Alright, now with those in, everything should be fine, but over top of the range, stove, and over top of the refrigerator, those cabinets are going to cut into it. And if we were to go into our views here, let's look at our east kitchen elevation. And you see I already had that one designed out. But anyways, this one would have probably, and I've got the range hood under there. I'm going to go ahead and delete that out and I'll put it back in for you. But I'm going to go back and put this one back to its regular size. When you do this, yours is probably going to look like that. Okay? And we need to bring this thing up and put the range hood underneath of it. So you just click on it, edit, and then you can change it. And I would duplicate it, and I would call this one 33 inch range wall cabinet. Okay? And I would make this one about 1/6. We'll cut it about a foot short. And then you just have to go in here and hit alignment. Grab the top of that, and then under here we'll put a range. So to do that, come back up here to your first floor, and again, architectural component, place a component, load the family in. If you don't have it, I have got it for you. It's on your blackboard. On your resources, or I'll show you. I'm just going to it right now for my book downloads. It's right here. You can double click it, and when you do that, it brings it open. Just load into project and close, and it'll say, oh, I've got one. So I'm going to override it, and just again go to architecture, place component, and there's, got to go find it. There's my range hood, and I say 32 inches wide. You guys probably have the 30-inch one to put in there, but what I do, I can't see it. So I'll click one of them like that, and then I'll hit space bar a couple times because I don't know how it's putting it in the orientation of it. So I'm gonna have to come back here and work off of my elevation, and you can see this one right here. That's wrong. And I can see up underneath here I've got the other one. Do y'all see that? You can see a little piece of it under there. Click on this, hit hide, and you didn't delete it, you just hit it. And I can grab this now, and I can move, freewheelingly move it. Come back down here and reset my temporary hide, brings that back up. Hit my space bar so it's looking at me straight on. Yeah, space bar there. And then just move it to wherever it needs to go. It's right underneath there. There's my range hood, ready to go. Now let's look at the south side. And you see here now, my wall cabinet is going right through that. Let's fix that. Click on it, hit edit, duplicate. We'll make a new one. And this one was 36 inch. I'm going to put refrigerator, it's fine, wall cabinet, just so that we know what it is. And the height of it, I want to say it's probably about a foot. It's usually not much. It drops it down there. Just go over here and hit your line button. Click the top of that and click, if you can catch it there. Perfect. So now we can back up. Everything's looking good, and you can also one thing I like to do is go into my 3D, and I've got it section cut like that. If y'all don't have section on your section box, you can just scroll down, hit escape a few times, get you out of all the commands, and you should have a section box button right there. If you turn it off, it takes everything off. If you turn it on, you can apply it. And what I do is I just click on it, and then I can just take and I can pull this down at different heights, and I can go in there and look at my stuff, which is pretty cool. And there's my kitchen. Isn't that awesome? There's my range hood. So I want you all to put in, definitely get all this in there. And that looks great. That's going to be a big thing. Also, this week, you're going to put in just some furniture. And I want you guys just, you can follow along with the book. I just want you to at least design one room, okay, with furniture in it. Now you can follow along with the book and do exactly what it wants you to do. That'd be fine. But I would like for you to design. I don't care how you design it. It's going to be up to you. The reason I'm letting you do that instead of following along with the book, and you can, but is interior. When you do layouts, it really helps. It really helps the person that's interested in this design, the one that's having it created, to be able to figure out exactly what they want. And it's a good selling point too when you put the furniture in there and they can actually see it, and whenever they can visualize it, it really helps down the road, as opposed for you to get something to a point of being almost complete and them come back and say, well, I want to change this. So it's better in preliminary steps to catch this before you get too much done and everybody wants to go back and we want to do this little change here. But most of the time, any little change is going to take a lot of time to fix. And some people don't realize that, but small modifications can be huge in the design process because you got to go back and redo a lot of things. So it's really good to do those. But the main thing in your drawing is to have all your permanent fixtures in there, like we've done the kitchen, like we've done the bathroom, the toilet, the fixtures. Anything that's permanent has to be on your floor plan. But now, like, where you're going to set your couch or your TV, that's really not. But it's still good to be able to put that in a design just to show somebody what it's going to look like to help in the design process. So there is one more thing that we need to look at here, and it's on the second floor. Let's go to it. Is we need some banisters around this staircase, because if you go back up here and look in 3D, let's get our section box open back up again. If I come up here to the next floor, look here. This is all just a drop off. We've got to have something, whether you put a wall around it or if you go in there and put you some rails up. However you want to do it, we need to go ahead and get that done. So let's do it right now. Let's go to second floor, and I'll show you how to put rails in. Second floor plan, and just basically architectural, and go to railing and sketch railing path. And then if you can go over here, there's different types of handrails that you can choose from. I don't know, I can't remember what the book exactly wanted you to put in there, but handrail, pipe, rectangular, it doesn't matter. We can change the design anytime. All you do is come around through here, put your rail up, put your line across, and then you're going to bring it over to here and hit check mark. Alright, so now what it's telling me is we missed a line. Alright, so it has to be all one piece. You're going to see something else here in just a minute. Hit finish on that. It put it in. See how it put it in all in one piece? I had it separated and it didn't like that, so I have to have it all together as one piece. So let's go back to 3D. Alright. So you're like, where's the top piece of that? Remember, I'm in section box here. So if I pull that up a little bit more, you can see the handrail that goes around it. And that really needs to come over just a fuzz. It's like right on the edge there. So what I want to do, basically, is go back to my second floor, and you can click on that railing and just edit path, and we can offset it over just a little bit. You can even do what might even be a little bit better is we can use an offset. We can offset it over maybe like 2 inches or something to that effect. See, those will connect, and we'll just delete out the extra piece. And then we could honestly grab it here, because this is our other railing, bring that back, bring it over, tie those together and finish. Alright, let's go back to 3D. Alright, that does look pretty good. So I wanted to show that on there for you before we got too far along. So this week, this quite a bit of stuff to do as far as we're going to go. But remember too, I want you guys to make one room, put any furniture you want into it. I just want one room, okay? And this is what we're going to do. Let's do one room on the second floor just to show you a few things. You can go into component, place component, and you know, if you want to make one of these a bedroom, however you want to do it. Like here, we want to put a king size bed in here. Put that in there like that. But I want you to design one of these out, and you can also you can put people in here, and it's really cool. I'll show you that while we're in here. But I want you to get this set up however that you want to set it up. And let me go to 3D and take a look and see. There's the bed, there's the chair in it. I want one room set up on this thing, and also I want to show you how to put a person in on this. Again, go to place component, and you'll have to go to load family, and it'll be underneath of entourage. There's chairs. It's a female. We'll put her right there. Okay, and we'll go to 3D, and you can actually see her up. She's sitting there. We can just move her back and put her in that chair. And kind of right now it doesn't look realistic, but when we do our renderings next week, this stuff will really look like the real thing. It'll look like a realistic house in reality, just like a picture that you took. So it's pretty cool. But if you guys have any questions about anything, you just need to contact me.